Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Living with the glorious Qur'an. Say, He is Allah, the owner of power. Or say, O Allah, owner of power, Thou givest power unto whom Thou willest, and Thou takest power from whom Thou willest. Thou honors whom Thou willest, and Thou debasest whom Thou willest. In Thy hand is the good, and Thou hast power to will anything. Living with the glorious Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We said today, inshallah, we shall conclude our discussion on this verse and the one after it, which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised Mu'adh ibn Jabal to read it every day if he wanted Allah to settle his debts. From this verse, it is clear, as we did say 2 days or when we started discussion on the verse, that power is with Allah. Our politicians should know this and know it well. If He is the one that grants power, it is not your evil plans or backstabbing or going to a soothsayer, babalawo, or boka, or anybody. Some politicians can do anything and everything for power. Whatever you may think of, however dirty or inconceivable that is, it's all doable, it's all possible, because power will come, whatever happens. Power is with Allah. We said during our early discussions that even those who are not prepared for it, because Allah has destined, they have been, or it will be. We read this hadith. If the nation were to gather together, all of them in one place, to make you be, and Allah has not destined that you will be, you will never be. Whatever they will do, let there be consensus, let there be representation, let there be election, let there be whatever. If Allah has not destined, you will never be. Whatever will happen, whatever anybody will do. And if the nation were to gather together to prevent you from being, and Allah has destined that you will be, you will be regardless. And there is nothing anybody can do. They would call you names, they would create a lot of lies against you. But all that will be fuel for you to be, because Allah has destined. So everything is in His power. It's not by what you do. It's not by making some people disappear, especially children. Now with this elections approaching, why are we getting many cases of missing people? It's not with that. If Allah wants it and He destines it, it will be. Otherwise, nothing would you do in this world to make you be that will make you be. It is by Allah's design. And even when you are, and Allah wants to bring you down, it's not by anybody's design. If they all gather together to uphold and to make sure that you are not brought down, you will be brought down, willy-nilly, whether anybody likes it or not, because Allah wants you down. Allah wants to dishonor you, and you will remain dishonored. Let us conclude this segment by advising scholars on how they relate with those in power. If power is given by Allah, power is sustained by Him and is taken away by Him. If elevation is from Him, He makes you to ascend the throne, and He brings you down from the throne. then the led, especially the scholars who are told to give counsel, should know how to relate with those in authority. The minbar or the pulpit is not the place where good counsel is given to the leaders. It's not to impress anyone. It's not to make any name. It's not to be popular. If your desire is Allah and His Messenger, if your desire is to bring good as much as you are able to do so, then the minbar is not the place to speak to the leaders, especially on security issues. Especially where one has access to those in authority, where he could go seek for an appointment and be able to speak to those in power and tell truth to power. It is a wrong strategy. It is a bad move, a very dishonorable one, to speak to power from the minbar on issues that need discernment, not only that, and some level of secrecy. If security issues are discussed on the minbar, are we really trying to make the leaders correct those mistakes, or we are trying to sell ourselves and make ourselves popular because we are against the leaders? The minbar is never a place to offer nasiha, because Satan may be with those in authority, and even their position does not merit such exposure or disrespect. If Allah will address Musa alayhi salam, Moses, and say, when you go to Pharaoh, speak to him honorably, speak to him gently, with reverence, that he may remember or take heed or correct his wrong ways. Why will you mount the minbar and abuse leaders? That is not the way of the Muslims that have passed away before us. It is not part of the teachings. When he said, give counsel, religion itself is counsel to Allah, to His Messenger, to the leaders of the community, and to the common folk. If you are speaking to the leaders, there are ways, there is an etiquette that must be followed so that they may listen. Oftentimes, the leaders receive such counsels where nobody is there. You speak to them, especially where you will be given such opportunity, and they would listen to you. But where we are seen to debase our own and for others to create dissension among the people or to stir up enmity, no leader would listen to that, and no purpose would be met with that. If the purpose is correction, if the purpose is improvement of security situation that we all experience, there are better ways to address those in authority to have a better result. But where one is susceptible to being marked and susceptible to various interpretations, that is not the way leadership is addressed. So all of us, the leaders and the led, the scholars and those who follow them, let us all know that fame, leadership and power that are controlled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He grants them unto whom He pleases, takes them unto whom He pleases. We are approaching the elections. Let us conduct ourselves in ways that will be pleasing to our Maker. Let us do so, bearing in mind that what He wills will be done, and what He does not will not be done. Whatever you do, turn to Him, ask Him. If He destines that you will be, you will be. Otherwise, you will not be. The pens have been lifted and the pages have dried. Living with the glorious Quran would continue from here, inshallah, in the year 2023 with the new political arrangement in the country. May Allah make us witness it in peace and harmony. May Allah protect our nation. May Allah give our leaders the wisdom to solve our political problems, our security situation. May it improve. May we live in peace and harmony. And may our country be a region of security and love and mutual understanding between various people of the country that profess different religions. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.